Yes. Lu Guang touched the dry and solidified scar on his forehead, and said depressedly, "The engraving enmity, I am afraid that there will be no chance to repay." The Song family mansion at this time is still a brightly lit scene. Mr. Song wore a white Tai Chi practice suit and played Tai Chi in the yard against the cold wave. Although the weather has cooled down and the old master is only wearing thin clothes, he does not feel cold at all, but is sweating. The old master's 3 sons, several grandsons, and granddaughter all gathered around the courtyard to watch. Honor became more surprised as he watched. He didn't expect this rejuvenation pill to be so magical. Not only did it make the old master younger and his body tougher, but more importantly, even the whole person's mental outlook was completely different. Who would dare to imagine that the old master who was about to die a few months ago is so lively now? He has been punching for more than 2 hours, so he should be tired when he is a young man. However, he didn't feel tired at all. On the contrary, the more he fight, the more vigorous. This is not a good signal. If you look at it this way, the old master's body is so hard, it won't be a big problem for another 10 or 20 years. Tianming Song, Honor's father, was also stunned at the side. He was even more depressed than Honor. When a prince, what he fears most is that King Father will live too long. The princes cannot wait for so long. Sometimes in impatience they will have to take some reckless options. Now Father Song still holds the power of the Song family. The longer he lives, the more sad he will be. If he lives for more than 10 years and he will be in his 70s and 80s, how can he have any chance to become the patriarch of the Song family? Maybe even, he might die before him. Thinking of this, Tianming felt extremely depressed. Warnya on the side, seeing that Grandpa's body and spirit are much better, she feels very happy. Seeing that the old master was a little tired after playing for so long, Warnya hurriedly handed over the prepared towel and said, "Grandpa, come here tonight, let's call again tomorrow." "Okay." Mr. Song nodded excitedly, took the towel and wiped his sweat, and sighed, "I had never thought that when I was about to die in this life, I could get such a chance. I am extremely grateful to Mr. Wade." With that, Mr. Song said to Warnya again, "Warnya, you have to pay close attention to the matter between you and Mr. Wade. Grandpa's biggest wish now is to see you and Mr. Wade together." When Warnya heard this, her face immediately turned red. Tianming said at this time, "Dad, Warnya and Mr. Wade, please think twice." "Think twice?" Mr. Song asked back. "Don't you see that Mr. Wade has the ability to reach the sky? He is a true dragon on Earth. If you had a daughter, I am afraid that you would also dream of wanting to recruit Mr. Wade into the house as a son-in-law." Tianming said awkwardly, "Dad, what you said is correct, but the key is that Mr. Wade is already married. You ask Warnya to pursue Mr. Wade." Didn't this encourage Warnya to intervene? When Warnya heard the third party intervene in such words, her face was immediately a little embarrassed. She also knew that Charlie was already married, and she was always rushing to get close to him. It was indeed a bit inappropriate. Now that the uncle said that, it was naturally even more embarrassing. Elder Song snorted coldly at this time, and said, "You know what a bullshit? Mr. Wade and the girl from the Wilson family are simply famous and inaccurate. In that case, what should we worry about?" After finishing speaking, Mr. Song simply ignored him and said to Warnya, "Warnya, don't care what other people think. If you also like Mr. Wade, just let go and pursue." Warnya pursed her mouth and did not speak, obviously feeling a little uncomfortable in her heart. Elder Song saw her thoughts, turned his head and glared at Tianming, and said coldly, "From today, no one is allowed to say that Mr. Wade is married, otherwise, don't blame me for being unwelcome." When Tianming heard this, he hurriedly bowed and said, "Dad, I'm sorry, I was the one who talked too much." "Huh, you know it." Old Song snorted dissatisfiedly, and immediately said to Warnya, "Warnya, you can make an appointment with Mr. Wade for me tomorrow. I would like to invite him to dinner and thank him for giving me a rejuvenation pill. Great kindness, I will prepare a 1 billion cash card at that time, as my little care, and give it to Mr. Wade during the meal." The rest of the Song family were shocked. Billion in cash? The cash flow of the entire Song family is only about 3 billion. The old master is going to take out 1/3 of the cash flow of the family and give it to Charlie? Both Tianming and Honor's eyes burst into flames. The cash in hand of the father and son may not add up to 3 to 5 billion. The old master wants to give Charlie 1 billion now?